The greatest gift that a human being can give to the other is the gift of presence. Presence means simply being there for the other. Because you see, most of the times, people are not looking for solutions. They just want to express themselves. When they are experiencing an emotional high, when they are charged up, completely overwhelmed with emotions, what they're looking is just looking for a safe space to express themselves, their thoughts. But we assume that they're looking for a solution, and we try to comfort them. So we start telling them that they should do like this, they should do like that. We start giving them prescriptions. You know why this happens? This happens because many of us are empathic. Now, empathy is that when you start feeling what the other person is experiencing, you start having the same experience. And it is sometimes very overwhelming, very challenging for empaths because they feel completely drained with the other person's energy. It's that the empath cannot see the other person in pain because the empath themselves begin living that pain. So they begin suffering, seeing others in pain. So there comes this natural tendency to give a solution, to comfort them. You know, I've seen this when someone passes away in a family, people generally go to their house to comfort them. But most people start saying things like, that it happened because it was the will of God, or that we are powerless against the forces of universe. But that doesn't help the person who's in pain, who's grieving the death of their loved one. It does not help them in any way. But we assume that we need to provide a solution, we need to comfort them. But the biggest comfort that you can give them is simply being there for them, without judging them, without running your analytical mind as to how to help them. Of course, if somebody asks for a solution, for an advice related to a practical matter, the matter which is, eminent, in that case, it is okay to give an advice, give solution. But to make someone feel better at your own expense is futile. So you see, when you light your own lamp of awareness, then you don't have to give anything to anybody. You become self-luminous, just like the light. And being is self-luminous. Because when the being is, then you are neither this nor that. You are simply the being. And in your radiance, in your presence, even the other person begins to feel relief without you trying to do anything for them. And this is something empaths struggle with. They like to help people, because they understand, but they do it at their own expense, at the cost of their own mental well-being. But when you realize that you are not the doer, then you simply be. And in that being, you're simply the love, the pure love, which is radiance, which even calms the other person without you trying to do anything. Otherwise, we are in this constant thinking mode. What should I do for them? How should I help them? It is true that everything happens because of the will of God. But when you are in presence of someone who is emotionally charged up, maybe because of loss of loved one or because of some other, or some other tragedy or adverse events, then at that time they are not paying attention to your words. They just want your presence. They just want you to be there for them. You see what happens with children. Most of the time, children, they're not asking for a solution. They just want to express themselves. I have 2 children, and sometimes they come up to me, they come up to me very upset, and then they say things like, oh, Papa, this happened, that happened. So I'm just there and I'm listening to them, not giving them any solution, not telling them what they should do about the situation, unless they ask me. When they ask me what is to be done in a particular matter, in the situation which is happening right now, only then I give them solution, whatever I think is required in the moment. So related to practical life matters, it is okay to give a solution. But giving a solution based on the assumption that you're going to change the person, or that you're going to calm them, or you're going to make them feel better about themselves, that is doership. And doership is not just pain for the other person, it is also pain for oneself. When we say that the time heals, it is actually the universe that heals, and time is just an inference. So healing is a natural capacity of human beings. But when I say that I am responsible for your healing, that I am a healer, then I interfere in God's work. Of course, you can be a healer, as in that you can give steps to people, but remember that healing happens only through the will of God. We all have our unique journeys, we all have our unique situations. Each and every human being is unique. So therefore, there cannot be one method, one technique which can bring happiness to all human beings. And we are at different stages of our learning, of our journey of life, and we are learning different things. The universe precisely gives us what we need. If you are here watching this video, then universe is precisely bringing this message to you. I am just a postman delivering the message. And postman is not important. What is important is the message. Take the message and reflect on it. Therefore, I repeat again that the greatest gift you can give to another human being is just to offer them your presence without judging them, without trying to help them. You help them without trying to help them. In fact, it's not you that help, it's the universe which provides help. Universe only provides suffering, and universe only provides help. And this divine play is called Leela. That's why Nisargadatta Maharaj said that life is a continuous cycle of pain and pleasure, where moments of pain are actually more than the moments of pleasure. And what you call pleasure is also pain in disguise. So there are people out there, many of them, who just wants to express themselves. They just want to come out with their emotions. They just want someone to be there for them. Now, you don't have to be always that person who goes there and is there for them all the time. You can't be that person. But when you are there, gift them your presence, fully knowing that all the healing, whatever possible help to that person will come from the universe and not through me. So that way you don't drain yourself energetically, because there is no doership. So by being, not only do you retain the energy of this mind-body organism, but you also indirectly provide relief to the person you're giving your presence to.